Hey guys, it's your girl, Fiery Moon, and I'm here to do a spiritual journey check-in. Seeing, where you're at in regards to the spiritual journey. This is a collective message, so it's not specific to any zodiac sign. But, I don't know, I just got, hit with the energy to see where we are all at collectively along the spiritual journey. So this is going to be like a set spread with set questions, just to see where we're at along our personal journey. It's just cleansing the space right now, protecting our space, as well as the energy, to only allow for high vibrations to pass through, and also for protection for myself as the reader, and as well as, my watchers. So, cleansing it up. But yes, this is just, a check-in to see, like I said, where we're at on the spiritual journey. We do have, a lot of energy at play right now. The sun is, moving into Gemini. We have the moon in Libra. Venus and Mercury are in Gemini. We had Jupiter transfer into, or transit into Pisces. We got the Saturn retrograde coming up. So it's a lot. We got this full moon next week. Yep, next week. Which is gonna be, intense. Being that it is a lunar eclipse. So it's a lot going on right now, but I just, wanted to do a check-in and see, where we're at as a collective. Anyone that may need a message, want a message. As always, I stress, take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that energy can be vice versa or interchangeable. Time is fluid. So this could be past, present, or future energy for you. You just need to know your story. More importantly, know your situation and your energy. So I'm going to be starting out with the Empowering Questions deck, just to see, as far as the spiritual journey goes, what we may, need to ask ourselves, something we may need to think about, to help push us forward, keep us going. So let's see what's going on in regards to the collective and the spiritual journey. What question do we need to ask ourselves, or to, maybe think about in regards to our spiritual journey? So let's see what's going on. A lot of air energy going on, with the sun, Venus, and Mercury all transiting in Gemini right now. So it's a lot of mental energy, a lot of communication that may be going on. So we're gonna see what's up. To make a decision about something, trying to balance out a situation, especially with the moon energy. Alright, I'm gonna do one more. You know, Libra is, you know, the balance. It helps bring in balance. It's justice. And Gemini is like, you know, looked at in traditional tarot as the Lover's card. So, you know, the Lovers could represent, you know, a connection. It could represent, you know, a decision. And justice could, you know, have something to do with, you know, contracts, legalities, paperwork. But balance, it is also the 7th house, which is the house of relationships, relating. Gemini is what? The 3rd house. So that's, you know, your surroundings, environment. So yeah. So let's see what we need to start us off in regards to the spiritual journey. What message do we need, Spirit? What message do we need? And as I said, Gemini and the Lovers. And we have, what does love mean to me? So that's something you may have asked yourself, maybe asking yourself. I'm gonna get one more. One more. Okay. Alright. And I'll take the bottom also. So we have 3. Now these could all, you know, be pertaining to you. I could be tapping into 3 different groups. But we had the what does love mean to me? What are my best qualities? And what or who am I beneath all of my roles? So with the what does love mean to me, I hate every time I get ready to do a reading, it's like I start. It's like I can only call it like spirit dust. It's like it'd be all over me. But what does love, you know, mean to you? Is it, you know, does it come with conditions? Does it come at a cost? Does it have any value to you? What does love mean to you? But it's making me feel like, you know, you may be pondering over this question. Like, is love, how can I put it? I almost feel like, is it enough? And with that, you know, I just got, you know, Drew Hill's is like, is love enough? So somebody may want to listen to that song, because is it enough to, you know, if it's, regardless, it doesn't even have to be a relationship, but is it enough to, you know, keep you where you are? Do you love someone, you know, is it because of I don't know, you guys are gonna just have to take that one as it resonates for you. Then it says, what are my best qualities? So it's almost like, does love, I feel like, does love determine your value? if whether you're loved or not, does it determine your value? Does it make you, your best you? Or is it like something you use to fulfill in areas that you lack? So what are your best qualities? What do you have like outside of that is what I'm feeling. And then with the what or who am I beneath all of my roles, is it, how do I want to say this? Like, I'm feeling like, does love, or does having love make you, is that like, how can I put it? Like, is having love how you see yourself as like fulfilling, whatever role it may be? Is, would you still be you, like I keep wanting to say, outside of, love? And, I'm feeling like this is coming up because most of us, the way that you awaken to your spiritual journey normally comes by way of, a relationship. It doesn't have to be specifically a love relationship. It could be a friendship, it could be co-worker, it could be, people that you associate with, your social circle. But everything comes down to, how we relate. So underneath it all, does that contribute to how you almost present yourself? Whether to yourself or others. So these are just some questions that you could be asking right now, because there may be a situation or circumstance that, or even a relationship, and like I said, it doesn't have to be a love relationship, that where, this may be playing out for you, causing you to maybe even have an awakening, seeing things from, a different perspective, especially with Mercury and Gemini. Seeing two sides, it's almost like an awareness of duality, I feel. Or you just may be questioning, like, if it's in regards to your own value, like, what are your best qualities? Like, I don't know why I feel like saying it's not what you have, it's who you are. But let's see. So, the way this spread is going to work is that, I'm going to ask the question, where you currently are along your journey. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to embrace? Where do you see yourself? And, we're going to get, the guidance or advice. And then I'm going to pull from the Zodiac Oracle to see what exactly, what elemental or astrological energies may help you to, utilize or rectify the energy. So, in regards to the spiritual journey, Spirit, what messages do you need for the collective? messages do we need for the collective? Oh. I swear I'm fine until I hit record on the camera and it's just like spirit comes in. Which is a good thing, but it's annoying to keep having to touch my face. But that could also be, something that someone is going, through. Like, I feel like it may even be like, I don't want to say an identity crisis, but, focused on, how can I put it, like the face, the outer, but, that represents in, astrology, your face is, I am. So like I said, that's probably why I got the message of it's not what you have, it's who you are. So I don't know who that, who may need that, or may be coming through, or who that may be coming through for, but it's like, it's almost like a sense, like I feel like a stripping of vanity, like, in a way. Like caught up in the way you look, or that's like, it's very surface. Like I can't explain it. Which is Aries energy. Aries rules, the head and face area. So we are, it's like, we're in between, the sun is in between Taurus, we're on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini. Taurus is the throat, and Gemini is like here, the chest. So it's almost like I feel an energy of like wanting or needing to, say something. I don't know. But let's see. You guys know normally I look at the bottom of the deck, but since we're doing, almost a set spread, I'm not gonna do it. Forgive me. So where are you currently along your spiritual journey? What message do we need for the collective for where they are currently along the spiritual journey? So for that question, we have the Nine of Wands, which says wearily defensive. And the Nine of Wands, it speaks to, an energy of, maybe being guarded, once you're at the 9 of Wands, you're just about at the 10 of, you know, it's almost like a completion. So you're almost at the end of a cycle with whatever, you know, for where you're at along the spiritual journey. And bottom of the deck, we have the World. So this is, you know, endings and new beginnings. So it's like this is also looked at as the wounded warrior. So who is normally depicted as, you know, how can I put it? Like looking back over, you know, the things that have happened, you know, or past things that have happened that may have, you know, almost worn you down. But you're almost at the 10. So, you know, being at the 9 is good. Like I said, it's a completion. It's like getting ready to, you know, just completely close out the cycle. Because the 10 of Wands would be, you know, dropping the burden. So it's like you're at the end. You're at like, this is like the home stretch of, you know, closing out whatever, you know, past cycle that you were in. So what is it that is left to be released, Spirit? What needs to be released? Oh. So with what needs to be released is the 4 of Swords. And it says restful solitude. Now, the 4 of Swords, you know, can be looked at as, you know, a healing energy. But, you know, for the purposes of this spread, it could be, you know, needing to rest, take a time out. But what do you need to let go is basically, you know, staying, you know, in a almost a stuck position. Normally, you know, it's someone who's laying down, you know, looking up at the 3 of Swords over his head, which would be like past pain, hurt, and heartbreak. So what you need to let go of is almost like, you know, not taking any action, almost settling in, you know, the energy. And with the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck, you know, this is stagnation. It's, you know, this is a position that you put yourself in, you know, normally to gain a new perspective. But it can also, like I said, represent stagnation. You know, that you're like consciously not taking any action. It's almost like, you know, you're just willing to endure this 9 of Wands energy, but it will truly wear you down. Physically, mentally, emotionally, like it's a tough position to be in. Like I said, it's called the wounded warrior. So what you need to let go of is, you know, almost thinking that by keeping going, that it's all just gonna be like a repeat. So you rather just stay where you are, you know, which is, you know, normal human nature. But we're talking about, you know, the spiritual journey here. And the Hanged Man, like I said, this is a position that you put yourself in. So you need to, you know, almost cut yourself down. And, you know, traditional tarot, he's hanging upside down by his foot on a tree, but he doesn't have to be. He can easily, like, pull himself up. So it's almost like what you need to let go of is, you know, almost like sleeping on yourself with the 4 of Swords and the Hanged Man. And it's almost like get up. It's like look up in a way. What do you need to embrace? What do we need to embrace? What do you need to embrace? Y'all just don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Ooh, and look who wanted to fly out. The Lovers. Crazy. But the third question that I just asked was, what do you need to embrace? And this says the Three of Wands. Future plans. And that that's a powerful card. Because with the Three of Wands, it's, looking out, waiting for your ships to come in. It's, the Two of Wands is looked at like saying a prayer, and the Three of Wands is the prayer, the prayer answered. And it's almost like you need to like see that what you want is attainable, but it's almost like you have to believe it and stop sleeping on yourself. Like, it's almost like, you may have the woe is me mentality. But it's not. If that's what you believe, it will be. But if you believe that there's something out there much better for you, you can get it. You can attain it. But it requires, your spirit, you show it out right now. But with the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, it's like you have to, look, it says supporter of ambition and business success. But the Queen of Wands, represents, confidence. It represents, power, passion. It's fire energy. The Queen of Wands, she is, and just as it says, it's ambition, it's success. You have to like almost root for yourself, be your own cheerleader, but you have to do that confidently. And just for clarification of what I said was right, here's the Ace of Swords. Like, thank you, Spirit, coming through. Coming through, yes. And let's see, where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself? In regards to, the spiritual journey. Where do you see yourself? Give me one more. Where do you see yourself? That's too many. Oh, wow. All right, so for the where do you see yourself? We have Justice and the Knight of Swords. So Justice is, doing what's right, following your truth, balancing, yourself out in a way. It's also looked at as, like the balancing of karma. But for, the position of the spread and coupled with this Knight of Swords, it's like no longer holding back. The Knight of Swords says messenger of impulse and opportunity. It's almost like going for what you know is right. It's almost like standing upright, standing up for yourself, and going after what you believe. Whether that's, speaking that, standing your ground. And I only say that because we have the Seven of Wands, which it clearly says perseverance, pushing through. You see yourself being, this confident person, going after, your dreams or goals. And then look, the Strength card was up under the Seven of Wands. And from the Nine of Wands to the Three of Wands is the Six of Wands, which is moving forward victoriously. And from the 3 to the 7 is the 4. It's stability. It's setting a foundation. It's, wow. It's, coming into wholeness in a way within yourself. And, defending that energy. Defending it. Speaking your truth, because the Knight of Swords, brings in the Ace of Swords. And what action do you need to take? Ooh. What action do you need to take? Ooh. Cannot make this shit up. So the action that you need to take, we have the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So the Seven of Cups, it can be looked at, it says confusing illusions place. Which can be like, emotionally you could be confused. But it is also like having options. So it's like the action you need to take is like, if you're on the spectrum of, having a lot of options, or you're emotionally confused, with the Ace of Pentacles, it's like you need to, get grounded, know what you want. Because the Ace of Pentacles says starting stable avenue. So in order for you, the action that you need to take is like almost like sometimes, having too many options isn't a good thing. Like, yes, you want to be able to pick, but it's almost like if you have too many options, then you'll never pick. You'll just, keep going, back and forth between all of your options. You'll never commit yourself. And that's the action that you need to take. You need to commit yourself to one thing and like almost see it through. Because with the Three of Cups, that's how you come, it'll help you, the Three of Cups is like, even though it says it's a party, it's like collaborating. And maybe for some of you, maybe you need to like stop partying. If you're, a partier, you need to, learn the difference between, like, you need to learn, yes, you can still have fun, but you need to learn how to like balance it out a little bit. But the Three of Cups is also like a collaboration energy. It's, coming together with people that, that can, give you the, even though it's water, it's like emotional support that you may be lacking. Because, like I said, from the 7 to the 3 is the Four of Cups, which is a place of discontentment, which would be this Four of Swords and the Hangman energy that you need to let go of. If you're not happy in something, get out of it. Don't stay in it. But the action you need to take is like I said, if you're one that has the multiple options with the Seven of Cups, you need to pick one thing and commit to it and see it all the way through. Because then, seeing something through to the end, hell yeah, it'll be a party then. Then you'll get to celebrate. It's like you want the celebration, still having all the options, and you want this new beginning, but it's not how the universe works. And like I said, with the High Priestess and the Empress, up under that, it's like you know this. Your intuition could be telling you this. And like I said, get committed. We see the Empress here with the ring. It's almost like get grounded in your energy. Whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. But you need to commit to something. And your intuition is telling you. Commit to the thing that makes you, that gives you hope. Where you could see faith with the star. But the choice is yours. And you have to take the action, like I said, to make the decision. Look at this here. All major arcana. The High Priestess, the Empress, the Star, Judgment, and the Emperor. And like I said, it may require you to, speak something. Like I said, I keep feeling the need to speak. Look at this. This is crazy. So, we're going to see what elemental or astrological energy you need to embrace that will help you, best rectify or utilize this energy to help push you along your spiritual journey. What do we need, Spirit, for the guidance or advice? Oh, this is annoying. Also, off of this Three of Cups, I'm getting almost like a people-pleasing energy. Because it's like, going along with the crowd and being that the action that you need to take, maybe you need to step away from the crowd and focus on you. Because that could be what's creating this Seven of Cups. An illusion, or keeping you confused emotionally, which is blocking you from that Ace of Pentacles. And that, social circle could be, an actual friend group. It could be family. It could be somebody that you're in a relationship with. It could be anything. It could be coworkers, your work environment, whatever that is for you. Maybe, you need to step away and do something for yourself. All right, one more. bottom of the deck, we got Pisces, which, you know, that's 12th house energy. That speaks to, you know, imagination. It's a dreamy energy. You like, I don't know, like with this here, like with the, what do you need to embrace? You know, maybe you need to have some imagination. And, you know, not getting too lost in imagination or illusion, but, you know, getting, you know, using that dreamy, unknown, underworld energy of Pisces. Let's see, what do we need, Spirit, as the guidance or advice? So, guidance or advice, we have Scorpio energy, which is, you know, it's that fixed water. It's not so mutable like Pisces, and it's not so forceful like Cancer. Scorpio is very fixed energy. So, and it's, like I said, it's fixed water. So it's almost like you need to, you know, get stable in your emotions and how you feel. Bring some stability to your emotions. Then we have air energy, which I said there's a lot of air energy at play right now. And it's almost like, get clear. You have to almost get clear on what you want for you. What do you see for yourself? And then with the Virgo energy, that's earth energy. It's mutable earth. You have to be willing to, you know, almost make it a reality. But being that it's mutable earth, it's almost like you're gonna have to, how can I put it? It's not gonna be perfect. I almost feel like there's a striving for perfection, and it's you have to learn how to be, like, yes, practical, but also give yourself some wiggle room as well. You want to bring it down into your reality, but if you're only focused on bringing it down one way, that's not going to work. That would be like Capricorn energy. That would be, you know, looked at as like the devil card, you know, obsessing over it, you know, doing too much to have something look a certain way. But if you do it using the Virgo energy, you know, give yourself, it gives you, you know, just a little bit more wiggle room, being that it's mutable. Yes, it needs to be practical, but there's a difference between practical and perfection. And then with the air energy, that'll help you like get clear, which we have. Scorpio is Pluto energy, which is in Capricorn right now. But it's almost like you have to transform your emotions, communicate, and get clear, with Mercury being in Gemini. Then using the Virgo energy is, like I said, is be practical, but you have to like almost drop the perfection piece. And then utilizing the Sag energy, go for it. Use the wisdom and knowledge that you have. Shoot for your star and, you know, let it fly. Go for it. Because this is like, you know, spirituality, wisdom, knowledge. It's, you know, going for what you know. Like the symbol is, as you can see, it's the arrow. Going and, you know, going for that goal. That's the only way, like, you'll be able to, you know, go ahead and attain this energy, to make it what's best for you, though. And if you're any of these energies, Scorpio, air, an air sign, or Virgo, these are energies that you naturally have. So it's like you almost need to utilize that. I'm going to clarify each one. Give me one for Scorpio, and then that'll be it. Why is the Scorpio energy here? Why is the air energy here? And why is the Virgo energy here? Ooh. Why is the Virgo energy here? So for the Scorpio energy, we have the Queen of Swords. And like I said, get clear. The Queen of Swords, it says supporter of truth and protection. It's almost like get clear on your feelings and, you know, set healthy boundaries. No, you don't have to be, you know, ice cold. But when it comes to like your emotions and your feelings, you need to establish boundaries. You need to get sure on what you will allow and what you won't allow. So that whether something, you know, works out for you or if it doesn't work out for you, you're not gonna have an emotional reaction. You'll be able to almost temper that emotion, or at least if you're solidified in how you feel about what you want, no one can shake you from that place. Then with the air, we have the leave it all behind. This is crazy. For this water card, we got an air card. For the air card, we get a water card. But it says, you know, we got the Eight of Cups, and it says leave it all behind. Like, get clear, and whatever, you know, emotions that no longer serve you, or, you know, the way that you react, leave it behind. That's how, you know, whatever you're not, you know, if you don't need it, get rid of it. And then with the Virgo, we have the Two of Swords. So it's almost like, you know this though. Because the Two of Swords is, you know, not wanting to look at something. It's almost like you know that almost like perfection isn't real. Like it's almost an illusion. But it's like you don't want to come out of that illusion. You want to stay in it. And, you know, that's what is hindering you from ascending and moving along your spiritual journey with ease. You're very, you know, defensive. And like almost stuck. Where you need to be stuck, you're not stuck. But with this, you know, the indecision is like you have to not be so guarded, you know. But also, you know, don't just think of it analytically. Bring in the practicality of Virgo energy. Because why? Then you'll be balancing out with the Six of Pentacles. And then you'll be showing the universe, like, this is what I really want. And it gives the universe a chance to reciprocate what you're putting out back to you. And then look how you'll show up. And you'll be running out of this illusion with the Seven of Swords straight into the Ace of Swords. And with the Ten of Wands, you'll be dropping the burden. You cannot make this shit up. You'll be headed right, you'll be running towards your truth, because the Seven of Swords is looked at as, like manipulation. Since it's swords, it could be, manipulation that you're doing to yourself, manipulation that could be happening around you. Whatever type of manipulation or, self-sabotage, you'll be leaving that behind and heading, running into clarity, running into your truth. Right to the Ace of Swords. But, the decision is yours. So, wow, this was a good reading. I like this a lot. Liked it a lot. So, like I said, this is where you're at along the, spiritual journey. Which is, you're at that Nine of Wands. You're almost there. You're in the home stretch. And if you go ahead and basically take the action, that'll slide in the home base or home plate. It will be nice because it's clear. It's clear. It's clear. So, wow. I liked it. So, for whoever needed this message or whoever wants to know where you're at along your spiritual journey, I hope it resonated for you. And as always, I thank you all for tuning in. I hope everyone is enjoying their weekend, which is what I'm about to do. So I'm about to get up off of here. I didn't want to, take up too much of the Saturday, but, I felt the need to do this reading. So here it is. As always, feel free, to either watch here, or if you want to check out any of my other content, it is on, YouTube at Fiery Moon Tarot. And, feel free to, like, comment, whatever you feel. It's no pressure. So, again, thank you. And I will see you all on the next one. All right? Later.